In this video, we made it out to a luxury shopping mall where products sell from $300 to upwards of thousands of dollars. And today we're here to talk to these luxury buyers and find out if a product that we made from home can command a luxury price.
I think it looks incredible, so let's see what the audience has to say.
The jacket that we designed was inspired by chrome hearts, so before we show it to luxury shoppers and get their honest reaction, let's take a moment to learn about the rise of chrome hearts in the market. This brand was started by Richard Stark, and he began working in fashion as an employee of a leather company during the 1980s. He then partnered with two of his friends to start their own leather business. In 1989, they were hired for a project to make jackets for a movie that was actually called Chrome Hearts. But before the movie was released, it changed its name, and the Chrome Hearts luxury brand was officially born. After the movie was released, it brought attention to their designs, and it was then picked up by a luxury store called Max Field. This then started their journey into opening up their own luxury retail stores across the country. Throughout the 2000s, they scored huge collaborations with artists such as the Rolling Stones, and they even designed Mick Jagger a $40,000 belt buckle. They continue to remain relevant in a fast-changing economy, and they've done this through building a core community of customers who have an attitude of if you know, you know. These tactics combined with the handcrafted made in LA positioning have kept people talking and those registers ringing. And what Chrome Heart shows us is that to find success, you don't necessarily need to be the face of the brand.
As an entrepreneur, you should be focused on creating custom pieces and building a community of influencers to help spread the brand for you. Because doing what Chrome Hearts did and opening up a retail store first, it's a lot difficult to achieve that level of success today. But because we have e-commerce, it makes it easier for you to get started, and also makes it a lot more achievable for you to find a niche audience of customers that are gonna fall in love with your products. But the founding story of Chrome Hearts and the craftsmanship of what they create is what inspired this jacket that we're about to make today. But how much does making a Chrome Heart jacket actually cost? Let me break down my estimates for you. Check this out. Look.
Now, when it comes to prices that Chrome Heart sells for, they're definitely across the board. A big part of that reason is because it's only available in stores in limited quantities. And if you miss out on those releases, you have to pick them up on resale sites. When I went in there, I confirmed that the jacket we're making sells for $2,500 in store, but online it ranges from $4,000 plus. And as I did my research, I learned that they're manufacturing the majority of their products in the US. So how does this affect the price? Well, when it comes to labor costs, they're currently hiring leather workers and sewers for $20 per hour. But the fabrics are definitely the top of the line. I estimate that on average they're spending $50 per jacket just in materials. When it comes to the silver buttons, this is definitely what makes this a luxury item, as you can't buy these off the shelf. But if we base it on the current price of silver, which currently costs $25 per ounce, this brings us to around a $50 cost for this.
So I estimate that the total cost to manufacture a Chrome Hearts jacket is around $150. Now this is a huge markup that they're getting at $2,500 and upwards of $4,000 to $10,000 on resale sites. So you may be wondering, is it possible to recreate a luxury jacket like this from home? For this project, we're going to use press art, and press art starts at $35 from streetcrafter.com. All you have to do is upload your designs. We print and ship you a roll like this, which you can then cut and press to any garment. And to elevate the project, we're actually going to use maker paper flock. Now, I feel like this is going to be a pretty good product for us to use and to help elevate the design. Next, we're going to be using some tape just to hold down the design, some scissors to cut, and finally is an iron. Now, this iron you're going to use to actually press onto the garment. Now, guys, if you're going to be making this from home and just getting started, this is a great option. But since we are going for a luxury piece, we're going to be using the trusted heat press. But now you may be wondering, okay, well, what about the jacket? How are we gonna make the jacket? So when it comes to manufacturing, you don't wanna manufacture something in bulk, guys. And this is where a wholesale supplier comes into play. And for this project, we're actually gonna be using the AS Color jacket that they have. Now the reason for it is because I really fell in love with the attention to detail that they put in this jacket. It feels like an elevated piece. They actually have a lining right inside. So when you actually open the jacket, your customer will feel this, feels incredible, feels premium. But then as a brand owner, you can actually print on the inside. We're gonna be showing you guys how this works and why this is important if you're gonna be making a luxury jacket. And the beauty about everything we just showed you is that it comes in at $100 cost to make a sample. Let's show you how we're gonna pull that off.
Now, the first person I thought of that could pull off a $2,500 design was a man Trent, who's a founder of Goodlum Clothing. So I gave him a call and I sent him the inspo around the iconic Chrome Hearts work jacket. And if you're watching this right now wondering, should you get into the luxury game for your clothing brand? Here's something that you need to consider. The clothing industry is getting saturated with new brands. And by creating custom pieces to be a part of a larger collection, you get people interested to buy, and you also can attract the right influencers to promote. But let's face it, to work with a quality influencer, it's gonna cost you you money. But there is a way to cut them in on the action, and that's by creating an affiliate program. Affiliate marketing incentivizes people to share your products, and they get paid anytime somebody clicks the link that you share on your site. It's an organic way to get promotions, and some of your best affiliates are going to be the customers who are already buying from you. So how do you implement this? Well, to start, you need an affiliate marketing program such as UpPromote. They take all the hard work out of starting and growing the program, as they also connect directly to your Shopify store.
We're going to be diving into more details later on in this video, but for now, keep that in mind. Now, I think you just showed up, so let's get started. Thanks for coming through again, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me.
I think people are going to be really surprised with what you designed. I just got the designs in a few hours ago.
What you think?
Dude, you killed this, man.
Brought a few things for us to check out later.
Right now, you may be wondering, how do I use the supplies you mentioned to create a luxury product? Well, it all comes down to the designs that you create. You see, in the design that Trent created, this Cobra has fine details and was multicolored. Traditionally, if you were to make this from home, you were limited to doing this design by using a cutter. But with press art, you can now skip the weeding out of your design and simply press your graphics onto clothes. But when it comes to elevating the look and feel, specialty vinyls still play a crucial role. For this reason, we decided to use Maker Paper Flock in order to create the bold white lettering. With our supplies chosen, it's now time to move into the graphic dimensions for each part of this jacket. So what we're going to do is work with the jacket stitching area, and we're going to use this as a base to determine the sizes to our graphic design. Now, it's important for us to be symmetrical with this design, as the little details matter, and luxury shoppers have a keen eye for this. Now, it also helps to have somebody wear the products while you do this, in order to see how that product contours around the body. And if you don't have a friend, a girlfriend, or your mama around, mannequins make good assistants.
Because if you're looking at the product just flat, you can say, hey, this looks good because it's seam to seam, but then the other part is like when you're wearing it, how does it contour to the body? Yes. And if it has a lot of curve in one area, you're not seeing it, you can have an overly sized design.
Now, the reason we're being extra about this is to ensure that our design will look as we envision while it's being worn. And the beauty about doing it the street crafter way is that you don't have to fully commit on your print sizes or locations like you would at a print shop, because we understand that being committed is kind of hard these days. So by using our gang sheets, you can order different graphic designs and sizes so you can feel at ease with your final selection. To do this, all you have to do is select the press art gang sheet option, upload your graphics, and input the sizes for each design. And if you're ready to take this to the next level and start printing products from home, we encourage that you become a Plug member to receive discounts valued up to 50% site-wide. And once you submit your designs, we'll then print them, roll them, and ship them out for you to cut and press at your convenience. But when it comes to Maker Paper vinyls, you will need a cutter. And the cutter we're using for this project is a Caesar Romeo edition. Honestly, this is one of the fastest cutters a clothing brand owner can get their hands on without breaking the bank and still being user-friendly. To use this cutter, we have to upload the designs to the program, and the machine will then read and cut it out. But as a disclaimer, guys, cutting vinyls does have a learning curve. Depending on the paper that you choose, it may require that you manually adjust the cut speed or force.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm like, wait, why isn't it cutting right?
That's why it's helpful that Caesar has some built-in settings that help you get into the proper range. But you may also need to adjust your blade depending on the vinyls that you end up using. And when it comes to vinyls, it does need to be weeded out. And no, it's not that kind of weed. What I mean is, anytime the cutter makes a cut, it's gonna leave the material there. So what you have to do is manually take off the areas that aren't gonna be used. So now you may be wondering, okay, well, how slow or fast is this process? Well, by comparison, I have press art sheets here with enough designs for over 15 products. And Trent has a sheet of Maker Paper with the Goodlum text on the front and the back for one single product. By the time I cut out all my designs and prepared them for pressing, he is just now finishing his one product. That is the power of using press art, as it gives you full color ability and speed in production. With all the sheets now cut out, what we're gonna start doing is actually taping them onto the jacket. This will allow us to decide on the final details and placements and gets us ready for placement.
Here's the fun part of making products is like the mocking up and seeing your idea from paper, from your head, come to the actual product. That's really where the fun is. So you gotta enjoy that moment, because once it's made, there's no going back. You gotta move forward. You just gotta move forward. Once you make something, regardless of how it comes out, you gotta sell it. You gotta spend your time wisely. Whenever you make something, go out and make the most of it. So that's the beauty about doing it the street crafter way, is that you're out very little investment. You can just start sampling material, sampling design, sampling the blanks. You're good to go. There's very little to no minimums on almost anything. So
I'm not the teacher.
what would Arnold say about this? This roller.
Press it, hurry.
For this design, I wanted to see how knocking out the black in the graphic would look like against a jacket. So I ordered 2 different sheets to test this out. Now when it comes to running tests like this, guys, you don't want to test on your most expensive product. So we'll be doing this on a black t-shirt to confirm the selection. And as a pro tip, you want to tape down your designs when you're working with bigger prints in multiple areas. This will allow you to ensure that the design stays straight and you can press them all at the same time. Now oftentimes we're asked, what size heat press should you purchase? Well, we recommend a 16 by 20 for these types of application. The large surface area helps you press large graphics easily, and we link some of our top choices in the description right down below.
Oh, that shit is fire. All right, now it's time for the test, the comparison. Side by side.
I think it's easy.
All right, you guys, so you can see right here, this is without knocking out the black. Now, the shirt is black, really dark. This is a little bit off black, but if you come over here, this is dark. Yeah. This is what we mean, guys. When you format your art correctly, you can get different styles. And if you, I would say this is like this, like Trent was saying, this is acceptable. You can get away with this. Nobody's gonna say anything. But again, we're going for luxury and premium, and that means we gotta add details that not everybody else will do.
And now that we know which design we're going with, we're finally ready to press on the jacket. But we only have one black jacket because we're doing this on a budget, so there really is no room for error. So what we're gonna do is measure twice before pressing.
We're using a heat press, but sometimes with heat presses, when you load something in there, you have to make sure that the garment is even when you load it. So if it's a little bit further down on one side, even though it may look like it's straight, and like it's flat and all your dimensions are right, if the garment wasn't loaded on properly, when you press it and you take it out of the platen, you're gonna see it's a little crooked. It's where the magic happens, man. This is where the magic happens. I'm excited to see this whole freaking jacket come together and see what you guys think too.
With the jacket loaded into the press, it is now time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Trent has done all the prep work of securing the design with some heat tape to help ensure it doesn't move while pressing, and by using the paper on top, it also ensures that it won't stick to the platen. Pro tip here when it comes to pressing is that the sequence in which you press makes a difference. Since we're working with flock and press art, we don't want to double press the maker paper. So we want to start by pressing the top design, and then what we're going to do is actually slide the jacket off to press the rest of the design at once.
I cannot wait.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Is this gonna permanently stick to the jacket? Is it gonna look luxurious, or did we just waste our time? It's important to note that Street Crafter materials are a cold peel though, so you have to make sure they're completely cool before peeling off, or you risk taking up the graphic when you peel.
Knockout.
You also wanna peel it at a slight angle, as if you're peeling a sticker off its carrier sheet.
Guys, this is not your like, I made this at home cute product. This is like $500,000 product.
Oh shit. Let me sign it real quick.
Yeah, holy shit. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. With those jewels.
Oh yeah, when I do that, it's gonna set it
Oh
off.
man. We don't even got the front done yet, but it already looks so good.
Getting to look and touch the designs you've been working on is next level. This is the power of being a street crafter, because you can go from idea to reality in as little as 7 days. And with the back design now completed, it's time to start with the front designs and get to pressing.
All right, you guys, so since we had that front design and there's zippers, there's some seams, there's some little things to maneuver, we are gonna have to use pads. And these pads, unlike the other type of pads, are meant to support the art. So like in this example, when we have zippers in the seams, if the heat press doesn't clamp down enough, not gonna apply enough pressure, and whatever design you put onto it can essentially fail. So we're using these pillows to raise the design above any of the other obstructions. That way it can stay for longer. What's the reason you're being as rigid as you can, Trent?
So with DTF, I wanna make sure it's cold before the edges start peeling up or anything. So say you to pull this off and it wrinkles or creases, it could pop one of the corners off prematurely and not lock the adhesive into the fabric. How's the logo sizing? How's everything looking?
Good.
It's not in the armpit. It's like, we stopping it perfect.
Yeah.
Now that we have our press art and maker paper applied to this jacket, to elevate it one step further, Trent decided to give it a true one-of-a-kind touch and add some paint splatter. Now there is a technique to this, so watch and learn.
So I'm gonna get some paint on the brush and then I'm gonna wipe the paint off the brush. Sounds like an oxymoron, but I want it to be like a dry brush stroke. So I don't want it to have like a clean stroke of paint from the beginning or the end. I kind of want it to be faded throughout. So to get that effect, I'm gonna put paint on the brush, I'm gonna knock some paint off of it, and then I'm gonna do the sleeve.
This is permanent?
Yes.
Can you wash it?
Acrylic is permanent and you can wash it.
You can wash it, it's permanent. Be careful with this stuff, guys.
There we go, that's a nice splatter. Oh, I'll replace it with paint. Can't wait for the comments. You messed up that perfectly good jacket. Sure did.
As you can see, the little details are what makes a luxury item. So now that we have our jacket completed, it's time to photograph it for promotion.
Okay, ready?
Let me get to the best part
Yep.
yet. The back.
Taking them vertical as well as horizontal.
Yo, this jacket looks fire. That's fire.
You killed it with the art, bro. You killed it with the splatter. It's time to take it out to the streets. See what they say.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Now, as we were making this jacket, in real time, we were actually polling our Instagram community to get their feedback on everything from fonts and placement. This is a major benefit to making custom products from home, as it sparks engagement and gets people's reactions. From these reactions, you can start a conversation with the most engaged viewers, and it's a great opportunity to pre-book and convert those viewers into customers in real time. And earlier, we mentioned how affiliate marketing is designed to get people to promote and get paid, so I wanted to share how it works. You start by reaching out and inviting your most engaged followers and customers to sign up to your affiliate program that you manage through a platform like UpPromote. You then assign them a percentage of sales they receive for selling the products on your site. For this luxury jacket, if we were to sell it for $2,500 and we paid out 10% commission, then the affiliate would earn $250 every time somebody purchased through their unique tracking link. As a brand owner, you have the power to control the commission percentage, and the best part is that UpPromote makes it super easy to manage this, while also giving you pretty advanced features. So make sure you check out the links in the description, because by signing up through there, you get a special bonus. Huge shout outs to them for making this video possible. With the products fresh out of the whip, it's time for us to see what luxury shoppers would pay for this.
What's going on, guys? We're here at the Wynn Shopping Center, and in this mall, they have all kinds of luxury retail shoppings, from Hermes to Off-White to OVO to Chrome Hearts. And we just finished making this jacket, so we actually want to get real-time feedback from people and see if this passes the test. What do you, so if you were to see this, like you're seeing it now, what would you price it at?
So the upper 500 to 1,000.
Hundreds to, okay, upper 500 to 1,000.
Right.
Okay.
I could see like around it's about 400, 300.
Now, what was crazy is to see the range of prices that people actually told us. When it comes to luxury, if somebody isn't used to purchasing a luxury product, they may value it closer to 80 bucks.
What would you think it would sell at, or like the retail price? $80. Okay. All right. Well, that was good. Thank you. 600.
But when somebody knows a quality product, those are the people that are going to value it a lot higher.
I would do, I would do $899.
$899.
$0.99.
Incredible.
Okay,
All right. Thank you, guys.
280.
280. Okay.
There is a difference between an everyday brand and a luxury brand.
Size medium, please.
Size medium. Okay.
What do you say, Dan, man?
Closing sales.
Now, we actually took the time to go into the Chrome Hearts luxury store and witness it for ourselves. Now, unfortunately, there is no cameras allowed in these stores, so what you're seeing is some of the interactions I got on my phone and from the outside of the store. Now, the jackets that Chrome Hearts has, I gotta admit, are top-notch quality. Seeing them from photos doesn't do them justice, because once you actually get to feel it, once you get to experience the presence of their retail store, it truly elevates the value of that brand, and I could see why people are paying upwards of $2,500 to $10,000 plus for their products. But the real question is, would you do that? Because I'm not sure if I would.
Incredible reception from luxury shoppers. Now, we didn't get that $2,500 price point that we wanted to reach, but we did get between $500 and $1,000. And with a $100 budget to do this, this is a game changer. Remember, all you gotta do is upload your art to get the press art sheets. This literally mimics screen printing, and a lot of the people out there thought it was a screen print, but it was all just press art transfer sheets. Maker Paper helps elevate your design, gives it some texture and some 3D effects. And of course, you can get started with an iron, guys, but definitely consider getting a heat press if you're gonna start charging a premium price. And last but not least is the blank. The blank you select for a project is either gonna make or break that price point you're demanding. Because when the customers are feeling the garment, they're either gonna feel luxury or not. So the better the blank, the better your results. So make sure you guys check out all the resources that we had in the description down below. But in order to make this all work, guys, in order for you to start launching and building a luxury brand in today's environment, it's really gonna require a team of people that are really about your brand. that niche audience that wants to talk about it and refer people to it. So make sure you consider using affiliate marketing to reward your best customers, and consider using a tool such as UpPromote to onboard these customers and help pay them for every referral that they make. So if you enjoyed this video and want to learn how to make a luxury hoodie, check out this video here, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button right down below, because we appreciate every single one of you, that we're even giving you a free game plan if you're starting or growing a brand, and you can download that one right over here. We'll see you guys in the next one.